Alright, welcome to another one. Today we're going to talk about something that is really amazing. This is Jotham SK of John 316 Productions. This is a channel where we talk about the business of video and we talk about film production entirely. So if you are interested in learning cinematography, lighting, sound and all that, this is a channel for you, and I want to tell you that you are in the right place. And if you are looking next to make amazing videos, stay around till the end of this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, welcome back from that intro, and today we're going to talk about camera movement. What do we mean by camera movement? This is when you decide to move your camera, not to leave it on a tripod like you're seeing right now. This shot, the camera is not moving, it is only me moving and only moving part of my body. So if you really want to change the game of filmmaking, maybe the way you capture your images, please consider learning how you can move your camera. And we're going to talk about few categories of camera movement, but if you really want to learn more, then I will make a video for you that will cover all camera movement. But in this video, I'm going to concentrate on my favorite camera movements that I use everywhere I go, whether I'm shooting sermon videos, whether I'm shooting a film, whether I'm shooting any category of video. The first one is called tilt. Tilt simply means moving the camera vertically up and down, and that is what we mean by tilt or tilting your camera. So you can decide to tilt your camera while you're holding it in your hand, then you move it up, then you move it down, or you can place it on a tripod, then you decide to move the tripod, the camera up, then you move it down by using that tripod. And I recommend that you try it using a tripod, because the camera will not wiggle or like moving, but it will move in a vertical straight line and come back and up and down like that. And the second movement is the one we call the pan movement. The pan movement simply means moving the camera horizontally. You move the camera from your left hand to the right hand, or from your right hand to the left hand, by simply moving it like this. And you can even decide to do it maybe on a slider. You place your camera on a slider, then you move your camera while it is placed on a slider, or you yourself can be a slider and just simply move the camera while holding it. But you make sure that your hands are tight like this, then you hold your camera in front of you, then you simply move your body. Don't move the camera, but move your body. Trust me, you'll make a very interesting movement. And the third movement is the one we call the track. Simply means either following someone either from the front, or following someone backward. As they move, you just follow them with the camera, or maybe they move towards you as you move also backward. That is what we call track movement. And in the fourth position, we have the dolly movement. Dolly movement, as you hear the word dolly, comes from the dolly itself. I don't know whether you've seen the dolly, guys, but you can see that picture, and that is what we mean by the dolly. Someone can sit on the dolly, then they push them maybe to the subject, and they pull them back. That is what we call the dolly movement. It is different from the zoom movement. And let's talk about the zoom. The zoom simply means, as you're holding your camera, you just decide to zoom your lens, changing the focal length of your lens or your camera. You change the focal length, but when you're not changing the movement between you and your subject. But with the dolly, even the distance is affected, because as they push you or pull you, the distance is increased. But for the zoom, the distance is kept constant, but only zooming or changing the focal length of your lens. And this can affect maybe the perspective, and we're not going to talk about perspective in this video, but if you really want to learn more about perspective and what we mean by that, I'll make for you a video maybe next time if you really want to learn more about it. And lastly, we have the one we call the arc movement. Arc movement simply means, as your subject is right here, you move your camera from here, then you rotate and maybe end here. You can even decide to make it a full circle. You rotate your subject as a full circle, or maybe just simply move your camera from here to this side. Alright, now since you know what the camera movements mean and some of them, so let's go ahead and demonstrate them so that you can learn more. Because we've talked about the tilt, we talked about the pan, we talked about the track, we talked about the dolly, we talked about the zoom, and lastly, number 6, we talked about the arc movement. So let's go ahead and demonstrate all those movements. Alright, welcome back from that wonderful video. Hope you learned a lot. In case you did, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. In case you're new here, and even don't forget to hit that like button and the bell button, because if you do so, every time we put out a new video, you'll be the first one to know that the video is out. So go ahead and do so. Today I worked with my colleagues on the boom. We had Jesper, he was working on the sound. He's really good at sound, and if you're looking for sound guys, we already have some sound guys in the building, and that is Jesper. And on the camera we had Apostle, that is Apostle Shadrach Mwonge. It is really amazing to work with this team, and I really love this team. As always, don't forget that the kingdom of heaven is near. So what you have to do is to repent. So guys, bye. See you in the next video.